Hi, this is Dr. John Johnson with 1 Minute Closer, and I want to talk to you today about what can we learn from the coronavirus crisis. Still rocking on here, isn't it? After several weeks later, and we're getting into kind of a routine at our house. My 11-year-old studying at home. I'm working at home. We're all at home. But I think there are some important lessons for us to learn during this time. And I wanted to mention a few of those. First of all, I think it's important to learn to be grateful for good information. I have lived in other countries for a number of years. I have actually lived for 7 years outside of the United States. And I have lived in countries where we had communicable diseases going on and contagious diseases around us, and we didn't really know where they were or what was going on with them. And for example, I lived in a country that had TB for a while, and I've lived in countries with cholera, but I didn't know who had it or where they were. So I think the first thing to be thankful for is let's be thankful that we have good information. In the United States in particular, and in many other developed countries, I know that we at least know how many cases are here. Of course, testing is limited. The information's not complete, but there is a real effort to make us aware of the dangers. And I do appreciate that. I am grateful for that. The second thing I think that we should learn from this is we should learn how to postpone things. We should learn how to put things off. Now, that may seem like strange advice to you, but in the United States in particular, we have a hard time postponing things. We have a hard time putting things off. We try to be on time to meetings. We try not to reschedule things unless we need to. And that may not actually always be a good thing. I remember living in Europe, and in the part of Europe, I lived in Eastern Europe, which is a wonderful part of the world. And the part of Europe I lived in, people worked maybe until June, but about the 1st of July, people would just head out of town to their country homes or to their places in the country or by the lake or wherever, or on a vacation. And in the academic world in particular, if you try to set up a meeting during that time, they would just put it off until September. Everything kind of got put off. Whatever big projects you had going on, you think they're urgent and they've got to get done. Well, usually they would just get put off for July and August. And people would take off and they would rest, or they would take care of their gardens, or they might work, if they were professors, they might work on articles that they were writing. So there was a real sense of people being able to take off for a while and to postpone things. And if you tried to get something done during that time, it would usually be postponed. That's not unique to Eastern Europe. I know in France and in some parts of Western Europe, they have systems in place like that as well. So I think it's important for us to learn how to let things go and to really evaluate the importance of some of the things that we are doing. Some things really should be postponed, and maybe they should never get back on our calendars again. It's a really good time to sort out what's important and what's not, and what really needs to be in our lives and what doesn't. And that's the third thing that I want to mention. It's a great time to learn and grow. I know that a lot of you as doctoral students and master students are doubling up on the work that you're doing towards your degrees right now, and I think that is an excellent idea. It's a great time to learn new skills. It's a great time to move forward on your thesis project or dissertation. But it's also a great time to learn how to cope in different ways. And it's a great time to learn things that will impact us not just now, but in the future as well. There are things that we can read during this time. Some of you have been thrown into teaching online and you never had that experience before. Guess what? That's an important skill. That's going to be a very important skill in the future. So let's take advantage of this time to learn and grow, and let's learn to be thankful for it. It is a very difficult and dangerous time for many people, The loss of life should concern and sadden us, and it does. And my condolences go out to any of you that may have lost loved ones or friends during this time. But the opportunity has come to us. It probably won't come again. We probably won't have another crisis like this in our lifetime. Let's take advantage of it now. Let's use it well. Take care. And if you enjoy my videos, subscribe to my channel. And now you're 1 minute closer. Take care and be safe.